welcome to the show. For today's video, we were on Forza Motorsport, running some, cycle production. This was an old game mode. I can't remember exactly what Forza game it was in, but essentially, do a bunch of races with everybody in completely identical cars. So all one-make races, and it would cycle through various different vehicles. So for this session, we were all using completely identical, completely stock, untuned selection of vehicles. Because, well, one-make races are good fun. When you put everybody in identical cars, you do tend to get some rather close racing. Up first, we have got a Cooper Works GP Mini. A lot of power. I say a lot of power in this. It's a pretty rapid... Oh, I immediately forgot. Don't have race transmission. Have got to do manual and clutch properly. That has not helped. There's a few cars have gone off straight away. So, you know what, could have been a worse start. Oh, Shadow's there in a little bit of trouble. We will head up towards turn 2. I mean, we're just kind of sneak around on the inside, make up positions where we can, and not actually being a terrible start for me here. Now, you've got to be very careful with the throttle in this car. It really does like to spin the wheel. Certainly cold tyres might not help too much. Get the front end turned in, maybe, and we will go. Now, manual and clutch will make me a little faster in theory down the straights if I get the shifting points correct, and if I don't miss the sort of clutch. Got to be careful with the downshift as well. It's very easy to get it wrong. It's chaos in front. Oh dear, oh dear. We are not in a good place here. Not really in a good place to rejoin the circuit anywhere. That's a lot of understeer. Christ, apologies. That was a bit of an iffy. I wasn't trying to understeer so wide. I need to get back on the circuit at some point, but yeah, that was not a great place to do it. Car guy with a big oversteery moment. We have got Impega to the inside. We've got to just cool this lap down a little bit. We had a good start. It went a little bit wrong as someone got caught up in trouble, and we just had nowhere to really go on avoiding it. But we are out the other side. Everyone's in one piece. Let's focus on trying to follow Impega forward if we can. That would be nice. That would be the goal. Brands Hatch challenging circuit. Of course, relatively new to the game still. Probably not everyone so familiar with this track. We are all... God dear. We are all breaking down for turn number 2. It's been a race so far. Oh, Ewan's put a wheel on the dirt and is taking the touring car line that you see sometimes. It does happen. Ewan is back on the circuit, at least. We've seen a lot of that with these. Yeah, these are not the easiest of vehicles to drive. Ollie's leading the way. I feel like maybe leaving it in a slightly higher gear isn't the worst idea in the world. That might be a technique that is utilised here. We will peg her out a little bit wide there. Nothing terrible. I mean, we're hoping to kind of catch and rejoin this fight up here. There's another car with a wheel on the dirt, running a bit wide. That looked like it might have been Liam. This time around, we got in trouble slightly. Impega's looking for a way past, can't find it. We have... Oh, someone's fallen over! Oh dear! I'm not sure who that was. I'm not sure who that was. That was a spectacular flip right there. They just got the wheel on the grass, got sideways. Oh, and I got a bit of torque steer almost there as I tried to get on the power. Christ, these things are not easy to drive at all. We have seen already chaos, and we're only coming towards the end of lap number 2. Right, what can we do? Can we sort this out? I mean, we're not catching Ollie, let's face it. Ollie is long gone after the start we had. It was never likely. It was always going to be difficult anyway, but especially after the start we had. Impega ran wide, wheel on the gravel. I will say thank you very much for that if I can get my car stopped, which I cannot quite. No, third gear. Tell you what, this has got really, really short gears that I am just not quite prepared for at times. Yeah, I think I need to leave it in a higher gear than I expect. I think that's going to be the trick with this one. Just leave it in higher gears. Oh, there's a blue car out a little bit wide there. Maybe fourth. I don't know. I'm all over the place trying to figure out what gear I want with this car. It is so difficult to try to get the power down. It just wants to spin. All it wants to do is spin the front wheels as you get out of these corners. We are a little bit wide through there, not quite as wide as Liam. He's had an adventure. Maybe fifth. I think we want fourth through this one. There is another car out wide. I mean, we're starting to line up in a big group of cars. It's starting to look like it's going to get very busy. It's kind of a shame we don't have a proper mini cup car in the game. I mean, you can convert, you can build your own sort of, but it would be nice to have a proper one. Again, I think we're not quite in the right gear for some of these sections. Up towards the final corner. Let's leave it in fourth this time, see if that works a little bit better. We get on the power. There's certainly less drag you off the circuit wheel spin, which is a positive thing. It is absolutely mad into turn one. There is a blue car, Longbow, having an adventure a little bit out wide. Might be in trouble with some other cars here. Have a look. Can we sneak to the inside? Possibly not. Not quite going to make that one work. I think that was better in terms of the gears. Oh, don't do what we saw Ewan do. We will go for a little bit of a short shift there. I mean, we've got a good exit. Not got much space to go. Not got much room to go here. Can we look around the outside? There was a twitch from the car on the at the front of this little cluster. That almost got itself in trouble. They regained it. I don't know. My words are failing at the moment. We're currently on maximum concentration here because this is a big battle pack of cars here. Car Guy is right behind. Brands Hatch is tough to overtake on. Brands Hatch has always been a very difficult circuit to overtake on. Longbow's having a look to the inside. We were all kind of a little bit stacked up. Going to get a bit more stacked up now as Gibgob was slow off the corner. There's sort of half a gap down there, but it's not going to be a very easy one. We might... Oh, someone else has gone over. Same corner. Big crash. Big crash. That is in a really awkward place. And there's nothing we could do there. That is I think it's Hordes that fell over. It's a tremendous... I thought I had the collisions in a setting that stopped that one from happening. That was... Yep. That was a thing. A thing did occur. Not the thing that we were expecting to see. That has rather ruined our little group. Brazen has taken the lead of the race in all of this. It's been absolutely bonkers. That is Longbow's turn to get the car crossed up in front of us. Yeah, I mean, where on earth are we going to go in that? Is Longbow going to move across to defend? Didn't quite feel the need to. Was a little bit better on the brakes than I was. Right, third gear, out of the corner. We head. The battle pack has kind of moved further back behind us now. Oh, missed that shift. Didn't quite hold the clutch in long enough. So that cost us a little bit of time. So we gain some time, like down the straights. If we get it right, we lose some. If we get it wrong, I'm trying with a fourth gear. Longbow got on the power too soon. Longbow with a load of understeer here. We are going to claim a position. Well, we are going to claim a position, but we've got to do... Okay, the Longbow did fall into line behind us. That's fine. That's okay. We will at least take that one. Now, can we get back onto terms with Car Guy? I mean, we're not catching the leaders. Definitely not after the shenanigans that occurred here. Really easy corner to make mistakes on. Surprised how easily these are flipping over. I know, to be fair, didn't the mini challenge, mini cup, whatever the thing it's called, didn't one of those flip over in the BTCC support race at some point around here? Was it the Clios that fell over? Something fell over. I was there. I was at there was a very rainy Brands Hatch, I believe, the day that it happened. Might have been a Clio. Either way, it does happen sometimes, just not normally, not the way that we've witnessed here today. Right, one more time around. Is there a final twist in the tail of this one? Oh, careful with the running wide. We will cover just in case Longbow thinks about having a look. Make sure we get to the apex for the exit of that one. Longbow not close enough to be having a look. Shall we try fourth gear on the exit here? It's still there, kind of works. Kind of worked. Car guy ran a little bit wide. There was a few of us kicking up some dust there. Longbow is thinking about it. Longbow has got a better run through there. Yeah, maybe I wanted third for that section. Maybe, because we're gonna run out of places to try this. Oh, that got a lot of moving around under brakes for us. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we're ahead of Scotty. We're not really under any major threat from Scotty there. Now, Longbow's out a little bit wide. We've got a good run down here, but it's... Oh, God, Longbow was very early on the brakes. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm going to try and wait for Longbow. Oh, that's frustrating. I felt like that was quite early on the brakes from Longbow. It may just be being cautious on the final lap of the race. But yeah, that's annoying. Having a really good race up until, well, I say really good race considering up until that point. Yeah. Oh well. It's how it goes. It's how it goes sometimes. Oh, there was manic. Absolutely manic. These things are very difficult to drive. There was some serious chaos right there. Well done to Brazen and Ollie for the victory. I certainly wasn't going to be matching their sort of lap time. We never really got much. I say never really got much clean air, but yeah. That was really quite spectacular. That was really quite spectacular. We head to the Nürburgring for our next race. We are in the TTRS, and I have got one hell of a spot on the grid for this one. We've got a great launch too, off the line. I will take that. We are going to desperately try and get the car slowed down for this. Now, this is another one. We'll not have a race gearbox. We'll not have a race clutch, so we have got to use the clutch properly. There was some chaos behind us, but that's okay. It's quite a soggy day here at the Nürburgring. Oh, that's a lot of understeer, followed by a lot of oversteer for us. Don't know if Longbow's going to be to the inside here. We have just ran it a little bit wide through all of these corners. Now, this is a difficult to drive car. I say difficult to drive car. It's just quite understeery, which should, in theory, work quite nicely for me. We're at the short version of the Nürburgring track here. We will get the car slowed down, hold the clutch in long enough for that. Not the worst on the downshift. Can live with it on the downshift. That won't cost a crazy amount of time. It's it's the upshifts where you've got to be careful. That is a very wide line. We might be able to rectify that a little bit. Hopefully straighten it up for the exit here. And away we go. It's a solid start for us. So we are running manual clutch, I always do. It will make me, in theory, a little bit faster, but potentially a little more inconsistent. That would be the expected outcome from this. Longbow was better through the chicane than we were. Liam is right behind as we head to the final corner. Let's try and get the car straightened up. Now, I'm not really sure where I need to brake for turn number one. Liam is having a look to the inside of Longbow down there. I don't know where the braking point is for this first corner in these cars, in these conditions. I'm going to guess about here, and it was close. It was close. It wasn't quite right, but it wasn't completely wrong either, which I will take at this point. We are slightly out of position. Not sure there's going to be quite a gap for Liam to have a look through there. We will cover down the inside at that point. We are neat enough through this section. Longbow has slipped to third. Grumples is not far behind in fourth. We will get the power down and get out of the next corner. Liam is right behind. I mean, Liam is going to have a look somewhere. I just don't quite know where my braking points are as of yet. But in identical cars, if we defend, it is going to be difficult to find a way past. You can't simply out-accelerate, well, unless I get a very bad run through a corner. Difficult to out-accelerate an identical car. It's difficult to go around the outside of a car that's got the same exact amount of grip as you do. We've had a better run through that section than we did last time around, which is nice. Still not entirely sure. I mean, we're still learning where are the braking points for this car around here. About there for the chicane will do very nicely on the exit. Oh, someone has jumped it. Someone has missed it completely. I think that might have been Rusky, who will sort of fall back behind Grumples. We're going to try and get the car turned for that, sort of fire it off the corner, which has worked. Now, Liam will get the slipstream, but it's not going to be crazy powerful, of course, with these. Where did we brake last? We braked just before the 150 metre board. I think I'm going to have to brake a little bit earlier than that. There we go. That will work nicely. Liam wasn't close enough to have... I mean, you could have a big dive to the inside at that corner, potentially. Oh, yeah, so Liam takes a slightly different line through there. I'm going for a later apex, which is fine. It does just invite Liam to have a little bit of a go. I'm doing a little bit here as well. Although the hope here is that we will straighten it up for the next part better. It's not awful through there. It's not the best. It's not awful. Liam with a good run is close, but not going to be close enough to have a look into here. Might be if I do that, we both run a little deep under brakes, which... I mean, we both get away with it, basically. I think Liam may give us a little nudge. We were going a little wide anyway. No real harm done. There's no opportunity for Liam to look for a way past. We will just sort of coast a smidge through the mid-corner and then try and get on the power. Liam is closer this time around than they were last. Where I'm going to have to be careful, place where I think I'm most vulnerable, exit of the chicane. That is where Liam's going to have a go on the way into the chicane. Fair enough. It's a great pass. Can we get on the power well enough out of there to force Liam to go the long way into the final corner? We will put our TT alongside. It's going to be a drag race out of the final corner. Now, who is braver down into the first corner? Who is going to be brave enough? Longbow's still holding on to third at the moment. Where dare I brake? I mean, I want to outbrake Liam. Oh, that is on the absolute limit. I'm not going to stop. Liam's going to cut back underneath. Liam's gone even wider. We were both trying to outbrake each other. Liam outbroke themselves even more. I'll take it. I thought I was done for. I thought that was going to be Liam passed in that one, but it was not. We will maintain the lead of the race. Liam is looking and looking and looking, and it's brought Longbow. Both of us missing turn one like that has brought Longbow back into the fight. Grumples isn't far behind. I'm not sure who is back there in fifth. Might still be Rusky. We saw they had a little adventure at the chicane a lap or so ago. Don't know what gear I want through there. Should have stayed in second. Liam's going to have a little bit of a think there. Oh, that's not a line. That's not a line that's going to work. Oh, we've thrown it all away. God damn it. Didn't even think we were going to be too silly. I was just trying to sort of swing the car through that section. Did not work whatsoever. Liam has got the lead of the race through a unfortunate error by me. Now, we're not going to have a look into the chicane. That would be crazy. My goal will be to get a good run out of the chicane, and maybe not quite going to be good enough. It'll be turn one again. It'll be, can we look for a way past into turn one? And it's a little bit easier to follow, to be honest. Trying to get your braking points right and all of that is easier when you've got a car ahead of you to almost learn off of. Right, here we go. Big slipstream opportunity for us. Will Liam feel the need to defend into the first corner? Doesn't really. Parks it a little bit in the middle of the road there. But of course, Liam taking that line just makes them slower through the corner. So they leave themselves vulnerable to a attack somewhere. Has done a good job of sort of maintaining all that pace through here. We were a little bit too late on the brakes. I don't know what's going on with the damage model on Liam's car. That's very peculiar. I'm going for a different line through here. See if we've got the grip to get away with it. We kind of do. We kind of do in this one. Longbow's fighting back there with other cars. They have kind of dropped away a smidge. Liam's gone almost a bit too deep down here as well. See, I wonder if Liam has been using me as a kind of braking. What happens? You kind of use the car ahead for a little bit of assistance as to where to brake. You're sort of following their braking points, and then suddenly you find yourself in the lead and it's, oh crap, now I've got to do it all myself. Now, can we get off of this corner? Well, we do not. Just pushed it too hard. Just pushed it that little bit too hard and brushed the gravel. Now, will we be vulnerable to Longbow in the chicane? Possibly. We are going to be able to brake a bit later. I'm just not very confident under brakes here. Oh, Liam's gone deep through there. We've gone deep and we're all out of shape. Something horrible through that section. We're going to defend into the final corner because we know we were going to be vulnerable down there. Damn it. Yeah, Liam beans it up immediately, and I've missed a very critical shift. That one is not one I wanted to have missed. We're going to lead the trader cars across the circuit. I do not want to give the inside away to Longbow here. Longbow is going to keep us pinned on a very tight line. Whoa. Uh-oh. Well, boot it, and hopefully we will save it. Yeah, Longbow kept us on a very tight line, and we just lost the back end under braking. Oh, Gliska has got caught on Grumples' car slightly, and Grumples is going to lose all of the places down here. Car guy's having a look. Grumples is going to fire it back to the inside down here. Going to be slow through the next section, though, as we try and get our car alongside. We'll try and get some of the positions back in this one. What can we do? We are fighting Grumples, and we end up, though we're busy trying to outbrake the car we're alongside as they're all fighting in front of us. We're going to cross over through this section, and we're going to be on a weird line through here. Don't want to be stuck side by side with a car at this section. I don't know if there's much I can do. No, we're just going to fall into line here. Couldn't quite get ourselves where we wanted to. God, it all went wrong. One little error just kind of dropped us into trouble. Yeah, it shouldn't have been quite as brave on the throttle where I was trying to sort of chase after Liam. Oh, Gliska's made a mistake into the chicane. Chicane has got very busy for everyone. Impegga's come out of it fairly well, though. Longbow is battling away with Grumples here into the final corner. Oh, dear. And that has gone disastrously. Yeah, we were far too close. Game, you can warn me about that if you like. I don't know what I could have done exactly in that. That's unfortunate for Longbow and for Car Guy there, who have just been involved in a very minor bump, but it was enough to send them wide, or send them into trouble, I should say, at that point. We were a little late on the brakes trying to fight with Grumples, and we're going to hold on to the place for the moment. Going to send the other orange car a long way round here. Now, can I stop this? I can stop it on the apex absolutely perfectly. Make it really awkward for Grumples to do too much about it. We will fire it off there. Now, we've got... Actually, Car Guys recovered quite well. They didn't get fired off quite as far as I was expecting. Grumples is having a bit of a look there. There's not really a huge gap for a car. No, third gear really doesn't work. I keep thinking second's not quite working there, but third gear definitely doesn't. Third gear will work here fine. This is the battle for fourth. Second and third look like they've kind of sorted themselves out a little bit there. Right, go. Get ourselves... See, Grumples was quick on the way into that corner, but not quite as fast on the exit. I know I'm not great under brakes into the chicane here. It's been actually a really good race. It's been a really good race with these cars. Slightly disappointed in myself. Silly error has cost me quite a lot. Oh, might cost me another place there because we just got the turning point wrong. Can I... No, we're not going to be able to go around the outside of Grumples. I was looking for... maybe go for a cutback, but even that wasn't quite going to work. Yeah, I did not get the chicane well. I did not get it right enough times. It was a fun battle, though. Fun battle with Liam. A couple of little errors, and yeah, that was that. I'm very unlucky for Longbow. Very unlucky for Longbow. Got caught, got tagged in that final corner. It's the most awkward of spots, but yeah, that was a pretty damn good fun battle with the Audis. Not easy to drive, but an exciting race. Well, there was certainly some mayhem. There was certainly some close racing. I mean, I enjoyed the session. I enjoyed the races. It was a couple of silly mistakes. A couple of silly mistakes from me in the Audi. Didn't really help, which was the Audi was better than we thought it was going to end up being. I thought it might be a bit of a terrible car to race, but it actually wasn't too bad to go racing to have some close wheel-to-wheel battles and all of that sort of thing. Minis were chaos. Wasn't my finest session, but had some fun. That's kind of what matters. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next races, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.